In this presentation, we will discuss legal and professional expenses for a sole proprietorship reporting on a Schedule C. We're focusing up top on the income section of our income tax equation, remembering that it would be supported by a Schedule C having both income and expenses, income and deductions that would flow through the first page of the 1040, which is represented by this formula in the income section. First page looking something like this on line 7A being reported. That's supported by the Schedule 1. On line 3, that being supported by the Schedule C. Legal and professional fees, such as fees charged by accountants that are ordinary and necessary expenses directly related to the operating your business, are deductible on Schedule C and CEZ. You would think this would, of course, be the case if you had to pay professional expenses in order to help you to generate revenue in your business. That would typically be a business type of expense, therefore deductible on the Schedule C. However, you usually cannot deduct legal fees you pay to acquire business assets. Add them to the basis of the property. So what does that mean? Well, typically if you're paying normal legal fees, you would think that you'd be able to deduct them. But what if you're paying those legal fees to purchase something, a large asset such as a building or something like that? Well, then the question is that legal fee, it's part of your business, but really, is it something that you should expense now? Did it help you to generate revenue in the current time period? In which case you would think, yeah, you should get the deduction. Or is it something that you're helping to acquire an asset that's going to help you to generate revenue over a long period of time? And when you purchase a building, we talked about before that you have to put it on and capitalize it and then allocate the cost over the useful life. Well, if legal fees were part of the cost of, say, purchasing an asset, then it's quite possible that you would think that you'd have to put it on the books as an asset as part of the cost, the basis of the property, plant, and equipment, and then allocate the cost, deduct the cost, in essence, in the form of depreciation over the useful life of the asset that those legal fees helped you to acquire. If the fees include payments for work of a personal nature, such as making a will, you can take a business deduction only to the part of the fee related to your business. So, general rule applying here. If you have legal fees that would be strictly personal, you would think that it wouldn't be deductible because it's not something that you needed in order to help you to generate revenue. If there's some kind of combination between business and personal, then you'd have to do some type of proration and think about what portion of the fees would be appropriate to have as the legal part, which would then be deductible, and which would not be and therefore not be deductible. Tax preparation fee, you can deduct on Schedule C or CEZ the cost of preparing that part of your tax return relating to your business as a sole proprietor or statutory employee. So you might think, well, what about the accountant that's helping me to prepare my tax return? Can I take that? Well, if you have a Schedule C business, then you need to prorate the rate. Then you got to say, well, most of the tax return is a personal, or part of the tax return is personal. And the part that's related to the cost of preparing the Schedule C is something that you need to help you generate revenue. That's part of the Schedule C. So you would think that part then would be part of the fee for the full 1040, which includes the Schedule C, that you would then be able to take as a deduction on it. You also can deduct on Schedule C or CEZ the amount you pay or incur in resolving asserted tax defenses for your business as a sole proprietor or statutory employee. So what if there was some kind of argument or some kind of dispute with the Internal Revenue Service and you had to have legal services in order to make your case with regards to it? If it's for business-related items, then you would think that would be something that would be included as legal and professional deduction as well.